Oh, good morning. Good morning from the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. Hope everyone is doing well. Let me turn that down. Whoa, okay, it's Friday. Hold on. Hold on a sec. We don't need that light. All right. Whew. Okay. I hope everyone's doing well. It's Friday. We've got games. It's that time of the season. How's your body holding up? After the rigors of a season full of games, some more than others, but yeah, yeah. I have a doubleheader tonight. Boys, girls, girls varsity, boys varsity. That's not the way things are usually done around here. In looking at game video from elsewhere in the country, it seems like that's like pretty much in a lot of places the standard. Usually here it's one gym, like Gym A, the home team, has boys freshman, boys JV, boys varsity, and then their opponent back at their gym, girls freshman, girls JV, girls varsity. Although there's fewer girls freshman teams anymore, but that's the way it rolls around here in the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. Let me do this. I'm getting my stuff together. So I use Ecamm Live, the software I use for streaming, and they just released a new beta version that has features. And my first thought was, don't do it, don't do it, don't download the new software. Just stay the course. We can do that later. No. Is that what I did? No. So I've downloaded new software. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Got some features. Got some features. Good morning, Cody, from the beautiful Seattle Bay Area. Hey. Martin Tim is in the house. Let me do this. Let me tighten this up a little bit. Okay, I can't make that any. All right. Do. Good morning, Jason Hayes. Jason's got an out of bounds scenario. I can't believe NCAA men's would do it any different. Oh, I see what's going on, and I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it at all. Again, new software. Oh, a shrewd move, Ted. A very shrewd move. It's at 1 minute to 7 here. Uh, was I in the shower? Yes. Yes, I was. All right, Adam, go green. Indeed. Warren Layton from Lubbock, Texas. Funny story. There's a YouTuber named Zimri Mayfield, and he is a graphic designer, and he would do these logo conversions. Here's the old logo, here's the new logo, here's how to use the software, etc. I was always fascinated by those. And then he left LA and he moved to Lubbock, Texas. And he bought this property, this super rundown house, and then all his YouTube videos were about rebuilding that house. Anyway, long story short, he's a crazy guy, very fun video channel, Zimri Mayfield, and he redesigned the Lubbock city logo. Right? I guess there's a move afoot to do that. So that's my Lubbock story, and I'm sticking to it. David from Idaho is in the house. Good to see you. Ooh, that does sound pretty warm. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking also as well, as we have Wee Charlie. There will be no Charlie videos today. Uh, I've never spilled coffee here in the studio. Considering I always have coffee, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, Ref for Life. Okay. We've had some chilly mornings in mid 30s here. when I'm out for the morning walk. Dave Craig, I bet it's not warm in Minnesota. Although who knows? Who knows these days? Anything's possible. Now, Mark. Ouch. Ouch. Man, anything involving your wheels, right? Your feet, your ankles, your Achilles, your calves. Man, that's rough on us. Come on now. Yeah. Hey, Gary, good to see you. Tom Hickey in the house. All right, Stan Bickler. Good to see you, Stan. Oh, okay. All right. Warming up just a touch. No, they do not. Yeah, so we don't have too much going on about officials failing to get up the court like we did last week. Trails making calls from the backcourt. Yeah. Well, I imagine they do have some temperature regulation built in through evolution. Chris Janish in the house. Good to see you, Chris. Kennan from York County, PA. Awesome. Good morning, Mike Connors. We're going to have a disagreement today. That's all there is to it. Mike Goodwin in the house. Awesome. I tried downloading that video, Mike, the one where you said the player came back and was shirtless and like hiding behind the bench. But there was a video issue, and I couldn't do it. How about if I do that? Let's try that. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Come on, honey. Gotta start.
I got 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining on the countdown.
It's almost 7:20.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's 35 degrees just in case. You need coffee?
Hey, Jason, good to see you. Awesome. Glad you could join us. All right, so Jason's out of bounds play was. Wait, hold on one second. Was a throw in, right? It's thrown, let's say, across the court. There's a player on the other side of the court, steps out of bounds, jumps in the air, touches the basketball. What is the call? Is this a throw in violation as the ball was not legally touched on the court? Or is this an out of bounds violation? And it's clearly NFHS, it's an out of bounds violation, right? The player caused the ball to go out of bounds. It's not a throw in violation. Throw ins end in one of three ways: legally touched on the court, touched out of bounds, or throwing team violates. I cannot believe NCAA men would have something different. I mean, it would. Could I believe it? Yes. If you told me that, well, here's the rule. But yeah, I mean, it's just an out of bounds violation, man. Mike Myers in the house. Good to see you. Now, is that Joe? I don't know. Hey, Ron, good to see you. Michael Myers, was there an echo during my little sound thing there? Ooh, ooh, ouch. Uh, well, oh, oh, that's interesting. Hey, Al. Al's go blue. I know that. I have, okay, yeah. Got to do what you got to do, Phil. Yeah, absolutely, Zooch. Absolutely. Wait, let's see if this shows up. Okay, that doesn't show up there. Okay. Yeah, you are the guinea pigs. uh, oh, okay. I hope that went well. Wait a minute. Is that Yvette Perry in the house? Good to see you, Yvette. Down in Georgia. I support your decision, Sam. All right. All the things, Brian. Do we have a Brian Schumacher play? Probably. Probably. Yeah, so we're going to have some quick banger plays early on in the show, and then later in the show, and some of it exclusively for live stream viewers. We'll do some longer evaluations of sort of analyzed game video from longer extended plays. Good morning, Doug. All right, I have been informed that I need to pick up the pace, so let's do that. God damn it, I don't like that. Okay, that's fair. Okay, okay. Hey, we're here for it. 5 plays. Let's get started. Let's look at plays. Stick around. Greetings, welcome back. 5 Play Friday. We're looking at all the things, analyzing game video. We're looking at plays. Let's look today at our very first play. You make the call play. Easy peasy play, man. Come on. Everybody's going to get this one, right? Let's take a look. Play number 1. Jump ball play apparently ruled legal by our crew. Is that what you have on this play? Put your ruling down in the comments and stick around to the end of the video because we're going to look at all the things on play number 1. All right, next play. Except live stream. Hey, back at the start of the show, we had that jump ball play. You make the call play for play number 1. What did you have on play number 1? Let's look back and look at play number 1. All right, jump ball plays don't happen often in the game. Rules and restrictions. Knowing the rules and restrictions for jump balls, sometimes we can become a little disconnected. And of course, at the start of any game, we step on the court. Our center official, or our tableside official rather, raises a hand. We're going to chop the clock. Are we, though, in those moments, really ready to officiate the game? what do we have on this play, right? Jumpers have restrictions, non-jumpers have restrictions. Let's take a look. All right, so standard configuration for a jump ball. One of our jumpers leaves their portion of the semicircle, their semicircle, part of the center circle, prior to their opponent touching the basketball. Is this a legal play? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself if you know these rules and restrictions, right? That's important as well. Is, do I know the rules and restrictions? This player leaves. The ball is contacted by the jumper, and now our jumper in white, note their position on the court. They're thinking ahead. They're saying, I'm not going to win this jump ball, so I'm going to leave and run to where I think they're going to try to tap the ball to. They contact the basketball, or maybe the non-jumper does, and white is off and running on a fast break. Is this all legal activity? And then we also have a non-jumper who steps into the semicircle. Okay. So a jumper must stay in the circle until the ball is contacted. The ball is released here. And our jumper is within the circle rather when the ball is contacted. This player is legal. They contact or potentially don't contact the ball there. That is legal, and white is off and running, right? This is a legal play by our jumper, right? We note one of their teammates, prior to the ball being touched, actually breaks the cylinder plane of the jump ball circle. You could say that's incidental to the play, but technically this, when she steps there prior to the touch, that would be a violation, right? So not a play we see every day. Sometimes we see plays where one of the jumpers doing the same thing leaves the circle prior to the ball being contacted. And in that instance, we would have a violation. But I believe that we do not have a violation by our jumper on this play. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do that. Uh-oh. Okay, help me. Help me. That was funny. By our jumper here, we have a legal play by rule. Unless I'm wrong. We're calling this the Billy Mack Award. Our first. Chuck has illegal. Mike Connors, Smarty Pants, has legal. Man, you see this play, right? Let's say you two. You've just run across the court. You know, you're making eye contact. Yeah, we're ready to go. And this play, and you see this play happen, and you're thinking, that's got to be illegal. Look at the actions by that jumper. It has to be illegal. Dave has illegal. Ron has illegal. Dre has illegal. Good. I'm glad we had this play. Correct? That is a correct statement. We like declarative statements that are correct. Uh, that is an incorrect statement, right? It's not when the jump ball ends. The restriction is when the jumper touches the basketball. Boom. Those are both true statements, not a factor on the play, but they are both true statements. You can think it's illegal, but you need to know it's illegal to put a whistle on it. Earl Schaffer, good to see you, Earl. During the jump ball, they did for the release of the jump ball. I don't believe that's a factor on the play. All right. Oh, crap. I'm supposed to be here. I apologize. God damn it. I agree. I agree. That wouldn't be a surprise at all. I mean, they're obviously, teams. How often do teams actually have a jump ball play? If they are, maybe a really good team or they have a really good jumper, you'd expect red to be running a play here, right? It's like this player's probably going to win most jump balls, right? She has the size, the height, etc. But yeah, it's our scrappy team in white. We appreciate that. Correct? Again, Benedict, that is a very true statement. Does our player leave the circle prior to the ball being touched? We can just verify that right now. Have they left the circle? No. No, they have not. Okay. All right. Here we go. We've already introduced it. Let's look at play number 2. Oh no, ref, what'd you do? Right? We have erred on this play. This is an obvious traveling violation. A player may not jump with the basketball, lift a pivot foot, and then begin a dribble when the player throws the ball to the floor, right? We can see that obviously our center official is out of position. I'm assuming this is a 3-person game and we don't have 2 officials here like this. Our center official's out of position, but anybody can get this obvious traveling violation from any point on the floor. Just a quick review. A player may not lift their pivot foot and bounce the ball to the floor and catch it. That's a dribble by rule. And yeah, that's an obvious violation and one that we can get from anywhere on the court. Any of the 3 officials can get this play in the middle of the lane. You could say, well, that's my partner's primary. Come on, man. Come on. Obvious violations we can get from anywhere on the court. Come on now. How obvious I don't understand this clip. I don't understand it. It can only be a misunderstanding of the rules, or we blinked, or what have you. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Mike. That's helpful to know. No, no, it was not. That's awesome, Ron. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, again, you see that jump ball play, and your brain says, whoa, that's got to be. That's got to be. Wait a minute. That's a true statement, Mike. That's a true statement. So that was an obvious violation. Nothing to see here. Yeah, kind of amazing. It's also, I mean, literally, it's the kind of play that. At what point could you not blow your whistle, right? Those, your inner voice finally says, no, wait a minute, that's a travel, right? The ball's gone through the basket, right? We can come late, sell it, sell it, sell it, no goal, traveling, etc., etc. But the worst part would be you're going back the other way and you're like at the division line and your brain says, come on, man, come on. All right, next play. All right, hard foul called by our lead official, doubled by the center. What do we have on this play? What are all of the things? Okay, we could talk about the rotation, the pace of the rotation, etc., the positioning of the lead official on the play. But in the end, fantastic work by our lead official who recognizes that this is a foul that's going to lead to an interaction between these players and makes the quick move in. That is the highlight of this play. Being aware in our game is critical. Prevent further escalation of this obvious foul. Fantastic, fantastic. What kind of foul do we have here? Common, intentional, flagrant. What are the variables that we see on the play? In my judgment, this is a flagrant foul. This contact to the head and neck, and in the end, ultimately tugging at the neck of the player. Possibly language after the fact. I mean, yeah. So this would be a play that we're going to, when we see these plays, we need to have, what do you have on this play? What do you have, right? We need to have an opinion based on what we see so that as a crew, we can come together in this situation, and we're going to talk about an upgrade on this foul. We've got our lead official shows doesn't worry about that. It's like we've got a fire to put out, and that's a critical component in the equation. But we have an opinion on the play. We have a ruling on the play. In my judgment, that was just a heart foul, man. Shooting, 2 shots. No. In my judgment, that was an intentional foul for excessive contact. In my opinion, that was a flagrant personal foul for a contact that was violent or savage in nature. right? I have an opinion about the play. If my center official, you're going to put a whistle on that play, have an opinion, right? Come together and we're going to talk about the upgrade in this situation. Our lead is going to have a ruling and we may need to talk about upgrade further, etc., right? So, a great example of a play where there's a hard foul, right? Make your judgment. In my judgment, this is a flagrant action on this play. You're going to make the judgments in your game based on all the criteria that you have, the temperature of the game, etc., things that have happened previously. But have an opinion about these plays when you see them so that you can contribute, if needed, in the crew. I want to go there. So the other factors on the play is, so in my judgment, this is a late rotation, right? We have the ball, it is settled in the center's primary. We have post action, we have a player going to the wing, right? This would be purposeful movement, right? We see sort of a hesitant move to start, but purposeful movement to get into position. I am not a fan of the turn and go backwards from the middle of the lane, right? Complete the rotation. A complete rotation here would be a little bit further, right? But in the end, our official ends up in good position. They have a great look at the play and a great response to the play. Really impressive. I love that. I love that work by our lead official there in closing down. Let's see. Joe says, don't touch the players. That's always going to be relative. Don't grab the players, right? When we insert ourselves, we don't want to touch female players in this fashion. The old chest separate. Right? Insert your body in these situations. Yeah. But obviously, in general, that is fantastic advice. Put your body in first and then use your arms as necessary, right? And, instead of hands, we can use forearms. Ron has intentional. Shane has intentional. Right. So there is the pull down as well, but we've got a rake to the head and neck area and then the pull down on the neck. Let's see here. We've got yeah. Well, it's certainly not a shooting foul. Mike has flagrant. I understand, Billy. Of course, I realized that as soon as I said it. Right. So, yeah, that's sort of my point, Doug, is like if you are the center official here and you have the open look on the front side and you see that he was like his face, the contact was to the face, and then the pull on the neck, etc., and you want to come flagrant and your partner says, I've got intentional, and you say, I've got flagrant, this, that, and the other thing, he did this, what are our criteria, etc. Obviously, at other levels, they have, wind up, follow through, all of these things. Can we utilize that? Yeah. Joe's got flagrant. Okay, Kirk. Exactly. I would as well. Right? It's just like, and you're going to communicate So let's say I'm lead here and I have intentional for excessive contact. And my center says that is a flagrant foul. That is, and they come with that energy and that what have you, and they have their support for their ruling. He did this, 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 this. That is a flagrant foul, right? No, no, I think it was just no, right? We have to engage in that. He had a different angle on the play. He's got rationale for his ruling. I say, yeah, and plus, it could be sort of elements of the game, things that have happened previously, etc. Yeah, like the play, like the play. Next play. Can't we all just get along? All right, another play with hard foul and subsequent action. The key thing about adjudicating a play like this is if we absolutely need to know how to adjudicate this play. This is a layered play. Something happens, then something else happens. Do those two things go together? Right? We have, in this instance, we have a foul during live ball, and then we have a foul during dead ball, right? So these can't go together, right? We need to make a judgment about the first foul on the play. What kind of foul is it? Is it a common foul? Is it an intentional foul? Is it a flagrant foul? During the dead ball, when the player turns and throws the ball in the face of their opponent, is that a technical foul or a flagrant technical foul, right? We just need to know this. How do we adjudicate the play, etc., right? So let's say we have an intentional foul for excessive contact, grabbing the player by the neck and pulling them back by our player in white. And then we have a flagrant technical foul by our player in black. How would we adjudicate the play, right? We're going to need to get together as a crew and talk about and adjudicate all the things, right? Our offended player, white 23, would be eligible to shoot 2 free throws for the intentional foul. And then a player from white would shoot 2 for the technical foul, right? But our player is going to be disqualified now for a flagrant technical foul. So who's going to shoot their free throws? Obviously, their substitute will shoot those free throws, and then a player or eligible substitute from white will shoot those free throws, right? So just a layered play that gives us an opportunity potentially, or is it simply an intentional foul, right? So we need to make judgments. We need to have opinions about both of those plays. We need to be aware how to adjudicate the situation. A layered play, we would call this, where there's something that happens, something else, so that we can get these situations correct in our own games. Am I right? Am I right? Ref's got flagrant. I could certainly see that. Again, we're grabbing a player's face, pulling them back by the head and neck. Let's take a look at it exactly. Or you could say, it's just an intentional, right? But either way, we have to be able to adjudicate the play, and especially as an outside official here, have an opinion about the play. Have an opinion. Dave, I'm leaning that way as well. I don't see the first action as flagrant. She sort of ends up with a hand over, just as a result of the rebounding action, and then pulls the players back. They don't hit the player. They don't wind up and strike the player, etc. Common. Okay, Gary's going common. So then we would not be shooting any free throws unless that team was in the bonus. Teammate on black is like, oh, what'd you do, 23? What'd you do? That's... All right, let's take a look at the before action. Come on, man. These players are just competing for the ball. Yeah, she got her. She got her pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Next play. Oh, what would an episode be without a 9-3-3 play? Our ruling by our lead official here is that the player was the first to touch after returning to the court. Can this possibly be a correct ruling? No. No. But let's talk about all of the things on the play. Okay? Video's truncated, but obviously our player is leaving the court due to momentum and passing the ball in. A great save by visitor number 2. And then they, rather than taking a direct 90-degree angle back on the court and then going to the corner to receive, run to the corner, disregarding whether it's inbounds, out of bounds. It's almost like they're just playing basketball. And they run to the corner, receive the basketball, and a violation is ruled for a player returning to the court and being the first to touch upon returning. If a player leaves the court due to momentum and doesn't do it of their own volition, own volition means they willfully chose, I'm on the court, but I'm going to leave the court to go someplace else. I choose that. It is a willful act on my part. This player simply ends up out of bounds after making a great save due to momentum. There is no restriction on them being the first to touch upon returning. It has nothing to do with 9-3-3. Nothing. Okay? Now, you could also say, oh wait, this is a player technical foul because they purposefully delayed their return or deceitfully delayed their return, right? Is that what happens on this play? No. No, it does not, right? This player is simply playing basketball. They want to get to the corner, etc. This is a legal play by rule. We have to stop conflating players returning to the court in this fashion as being illegal. It is simply not the intent of the rule that was introduced a couple of years ago, or the modification to the rule. We have to get this stuff right. We have to get this stuff right. I'm embarrassed. We all know this. You got to get the travel, man. Get the travel first, and none of this happens. Would you consider that on this play? Right? So let's just look at the things that occur on this play, right? Let's go here. All right. Our player makes an incredible save, and they land here. Is there an obligation from this player, like they were, like a player who is about to go out of bounds or something, to just make every effort to immediately return to the court? Does a player have that obligation? No, they do not. They do not. Is he obligated instead to, you can't go this way. You have to go this way and then this way. You have to immediately return to the court. Is there an obligation to do that? No, there is not. There is an obligation not to purposefully delay, such as, just sort of wait, hold still and wait for the defense to forget where you are and then make a move, right? Purposefully delay, or deceitfully delay. I guess that would be more deceitfully delay. Or the player just stands here as the ball goes the other way, and then they're cherry picking for coming back. This player is just playing basketball, man. They are just playing basketball. That is not, wait a minute. What happened? Uh-oh. Huh, what happened to my video? That's funny. You could make that assertion, but that is because it was a willful act to try to save the basketball. But that is not the spirit, intent, purpose of the rule, or in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. Okay. All right, we're banging them out. Let me do a real quick check here, see where we are. I've lost track. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a deeper dive on this play. Right, this is a sequence. Let's look at all of the things and look at it also from the point of view of analyzing game video. Okay, I'm going to go here and let's look at all of the things on this sequence. All right? We've got transition. Our center is in fantastic position. This is great position from the center. We haven't run away from the game. Ball goes to the front court. Now we need urgency from our center to be in position. Our trail's in great position. Our crew's in great position. Right? We have a foul ruled, player technical, easy peasy business, obviously language by the player in blue. Okay? Engagement with the coach here. Coach, no. It's not the time for allow the coach to come onto the court and have a discussion with the official, right? We need to take care of business here. This is inappropriate in this situation. Okay? Maybe your best friend, what have you. Also, note at this point, look at the benches. This is high school basketball, man. Right, so we've got benches that extend beyond the 28-foot line. We've got coaches encroaching on the table, using the bench area as their coaching box and not the 28-foot mark. Right, what are our options when we come to a gym and this is the configuration? Game management sets the placement of the benches. But game management might just have a kid bring out the chairs and set them up. Right? So we can always go to game management before the game and say, can you do this thing? I'd prefer if the benches are in, and they may say, okay, great. I didn't know, etc. But if we take care of business there, potentially we have less of an issue. But even if the benches are here, coaches don't get to use the last chair and be out of the coaching box if they stand and coach their team. So let's just take care of business in these situations. But man, it's high school basketball. Sometimes these situations just end up in our lap. Right? Again, coaches out of their coaching box, coming onto the court, etc. Just not appropriate. We've got a player, they make their free throws. We have a throw in, right? When we administer throw-ins at the division line and they throw the ball in the backcourt, who's officiating the backcourt? Come on, man. We need better positioning on plays like this. Right? Good job. Crew's in good shape. Center official in great shape. Again, we're still engaging with the coach somewhat. Young official. Good look. This very young ball handler. There is a play at which the coach could have no view, and he comes on the court and addresses our center official in this fashion. When this occurs in the game, here's what's going on. The coach wants a technical foul. He wants you to assess a technical foul on him. He knows he cannot do this. Give him what he wants. This is part of performative actions that coaches take. This is a technical foul. You got to it's just business, man, right? Crack the whistle, step away, assess the technical foul, and move on, right? We've got good play. Great call. White displacement on the rebound. We're in a state where the officials switch in this instance. That would be the proper move, according to NFHS mechanics, tragically. And we're, again, wandering coach. Tough area to work due to cheerleaders. Little casual move by our center. Oh, very quick count by a center who was trying to initiate a rotation. Traveling violation ruled. Move ahead here just a bit. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. Let's go here. Running some high-low action. We got an offensive foul ruled. Here's our blue coach. Wander. Again, this is not appropriate. Right? A warning. And he's going to persist and say, you guys are horrible. You're doing this. He wants a technical foul. Give him the technical foul. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll move ahead. They call a timeout during the first of the free throw, a technical foul free throws. And there we have it, right? So a good play to review, anytime we analyze game video, we're looking at all of the things, right? Just recognize in a high school situation, sometimes the benches put us in a tough spot. But at the same time, we have to take care of business. And we have to recognize that coaches will do performative things. Their team is losing by 16. They're, almost certainly going to lose the game. They are unhappy, etc. And they want to make a point. Maybe they want to fire up their team, etc. And they take these actions. Give them what they want. Give them what they want in this situation, right? And assess the technical foul. That was a little bit of a longer thing, man. There's Tony Dahl. It's going to be hard for me to parse comments on this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, Mark, it's simply just not taking care of business, right? And but we also have to recognize that coaches will often, they want a tee on purpose. They want a technical foul so that they can motivate their team. They want to fire up their team. They'll come out onto the coach and come out on the floor and stand in front of the official, and they're essentially saying, give me a technical, give me a technical, give me a technical, right? We assess a technical, and the bench, they come back to their players, and they talk, it's 8 against 5, we got a rabbit. Yeah, Ron, they should have done that on the first instance when he ruled the technical foul on the player. It's like, first of all, hand up. You're not coming at me, coach. And first of all, report the technical foul before you engage with the coach, right? We have that early. Let's take that here. Again, young official. Obviously knows what he's doing in terms of position and what have you. Right. We also want to stay away from intimate foul with the table, right? Report your fouls, right? We have a hand check on this. We have a player technical, etc. No discussion with the crew. Was the team in the bonus? No. No, they weren't. Okay. All right. I've got one more extended play kit, but before I do, hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Much appreciated. Special shout out to our show supporters. Much appreciated. Much love. There's always the opportunity to buy us a coffee. There's a link. Awesome. We have additional video content for you. Take advantage of that. But in any event, we'll see you in the very next video. Take care, everybody. Let me get that in, and then let's go to another extended but again, we're going to go here, right? So first off, possible traveling violation there, but an excellent no call on this move. That is legal action. A lot of times you'll see officials put that. Position of our lead is good here. I would back out just a bit here when the play goes up top. We're a little pinched for a play down the lane. Probably appropriate pace for our crew. We're in good position, good mechanics by our crew. Great position from the trail. Our center seems to be ball watching. Always a trouble. Our lead official is not. Right, our crew stays connected. Nobody's bailing on the play. This is fantastic. Right, out of bounds ruling, kind of a funky signal. We want to avoid that if we can. Not a big deal. Excellent. Hand the ball, step back, has a good view. Good work as lead. What do we have here? Right, so we have a throw-in play. Right, let's take a look at this throw-in. Right, thrower releases the throw, uses the out-of-bounds area, right, purposefully uses the out-of-bounds area, deceitfully uses the out-of-bounds area. There's no defenders, right? He's just trying to get to the corner, but uses the out-of-bounds area to do so. Is this a violation? Is this a player technical foul? A technical foul is assessed. Is it only a technical because they received the basketball? Would the actions without receiving the basketball be a technical foul? These are questions we have. We're explaining it to the coach, the assistant coach, and we're reporting to the draped shirt scorer. Did we know who the player was? Do we have the dreaded look back? Who is our player anyway? Number 11. He's here somewhere. Again, we have intimate scoring with the scorekeeper, as opposed to moving out, avoiding the conversation with the coach, moving out on the court, right? Player technical, black 11, and then potentially answering questions from the coach. That'd be better. Is this their best free throw shooter? That was just a business technical foul. Again, so we have a center ball watching. When we analyze our game video, this is what we're looking at, right? Right? Engagement with the coach. Here's the deal. When I engage with the coach in this fashion, I stop officiating. Right? Recognize that in your game video. Right? The center has players in his primary. Right? Wants to see what's going on with the ball as opposed to the 6 players in his primary. Right? Again, this is what we identify in our game. This is the trails play. You can have an opinion at this point. We've got a double whistle. Center says, I'm going to take it. I just called a T on the other team, so I'm going to call a foul on them as well, not give it up to the trail or the lead, etc. Then we have a nice little free throw interaction on this play, right? Watch our player on the low block for black, 45. He says, his foot's on the line, man. Hey, ref, his foot's on the line. You see his foot? It's on the line, ref. Come on. What are we doing here? Foot's on the line. Okay. Maybe he said something a little bit more. All right, so now we have a technical foul on black, right? So we need to obviously adjudicate this play correctly. Our free throw shooter has to shoot his remaining merited free throw. Right? Again, it sounds like it's just a business technical foul. He shoots his free throw. He's also going to be the player who shoots the technical foul free throws as well. So, yeah. A little game video analysis. Ooh. That is not me in any position on this game. Awesome. Hey, all right. It makes it difficult to, yeah. Ted's looking out for me. Yeah, so the other factor, of course, is it's a very competitive game, right? So we want our rulings to be good. Maybe that's what we'll do for live stream viewers going forward. Is just do, an extended thing. So there's a bit in the middle that this is the illegal play, right? This is the ruling on the play that maybe we need to discuss, and we can look at that. So does this player purposefully fail to return to the court here, right? Obviously, they could easily step into the court, but their motivation is to get to the corner for the shot, right? They definitely used the out of bounds area. I mean, they didn't even adopt a straight line, right? So if a player ran directly to the corner, would we make the same ruling? Or the fact that they go this way, then this way, is it purposeful? Yes. I mean, you could say it's purposeful. Usually, the case play in this scenario is they have screener A and screener B who are setting up here. They're setting up a double screen here. They purposely run out of bounds and return, taking advantage of the double screen, right? That is not the case on this play. They were not running that play. Everybody in the gymnasium is just playing basketball. This player just simply chooses to run in the out of bounds area. Could you say it was purposeful? Yes, they obviously took that path, whereas our previous player simply ran to the, on the previous play, they were just playing basketball. They just ran to the corner. So I'm not saying that this call is not justified, or am I? Yeah, I guess we're always at risk as officials of knowing a rule, right? And sort of trying to find it in our game. Because I know the rule, right? Yeah, yeah. Some officials. Ah, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is good. That is good. Who is Bust a Move? Who is that? Well, in this instance, own volition wouldn't be the language we'd want to use. Purposeful or deceit. Were they being deceitful? I don't think they were. Deceitful is the play, right? So our team runs a play. Let's go here, right? Our team runs a play here like this, and this player is just going to stay put. They're going to stay put. This player is going to, let's say, and they usually would throw the ball over here. A screen comes in from a player on the wing, and then this player the ball gets passed up here and then passed to the corner on a player who is like sort of disappeared from the defense by staying out of bounds. I'm staying out of bounds, right? You guys are all concerned with where the ball is. I'm sort of waiting, and then I pop into the corner, receive the basketball. That is deceitfully, purposefully, and deceitfully remaining out of bounds. So that would be our language on this play if we're going to assess a technical foul. Yeah. I'm going to turn that off. Oh, awesome. Well, I appreciate a sense of humor. I'd really appreciate that. I think it's going to happen, Billy. I think this will be changed to a violation and not a player technical. First of all, yeah. I mean, with 933, especially with 933 and officials' desire to make rulings. I mean, a lot of officials are just going to call this a violation, right? They're going to call it a violation. You see it again and again and again. Okay. All right. Well, my new software didn't screw up too bad. Did I screw up too bad? uh, I like that. I like that. Um, Obviously, I've done that. Could be a different show. Could be a. Hmm. Yeah, we'll think about how we can do that. But for now, we'll do that on 5 Play Friday After Dark. All right, the time has come. The time has come. I got to hit the road. Actually, I'll do some editing first. Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining today. Live stream viewers sticking around. That's pretty good stuff. Yeah. We'll see you in the next one. How about next Friday?